Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Welcome to the live Q&A. I know I had to log out and log back in, so sorry about that. I want to make sure that I can see your chat, your questions in here. So, okay, so my announcement that I have for you today. So for those of you who are in Wake the Hell Up Sleeping Beauty Facebook group, if you're not, you can go in there. Today I just announced that I am doing a free 5-day boot camp, and I'm going to be sharing with you. It's called All Hail the Queen. Queen. And what I'm going to be doing is 5 days of training. And actually, the first 4 days, it starts May 23rd. Sunday, I'm going to have a pre-party. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be doing mini trainings all that week about different topics about how to be the queen in your life instead of sitting around and being the Cinderella in the attic. I want to share with you some tools and things to help you really get into this state of being that woman that you want to be. Now, do you have to do this? Do you have to change your self-concept to manifest things? No, you don't. But this 5-day boot camp is more of a transformative tools and techniques and things that I'm going to show with you. And then on day 5, I'm going to be doing a live coaching on hot seat coaching with people that are in that group with me live. So the other thing is I am giving away 5 prizes. I'm giving away a prize every single day of that week, starting on Monday. So every day that if you show up and you do the homework for that day and you post it before the next training, you are going to be your name is thrown in a pot, and you can win a prize. So every single day, and on the 5th day, I have a grand prize, which is going to be amazing. And so you want to stick around. For those of you who stick around for all 5 days of the live training and you do the homework, you are going to be entered to win the grand prize. You have to show up the whole week for the grand prize entry, though. And a lot more details are going to be posted in the Facebook group. So if you're not in there already, I suggest you mosey on over there and sign up. All right. So yes, my guys, this is for the ladies this time. All right. So I love you so much. And so yeah, thank you. So let's get started. I don't have a clue where the chat is. I would so appreciate if anyone in here is here to say hi so that I can see that you're here. Not sure what's going on, but I'm going to go with a question that was already sent to me as a starting point. And if anything, I'm sure this will answer a lot of questions that many of you have, because it really is a good question that someone emailed me. She asked me to keep her name private, so I will. So here's a question. Hey, Rose, can you keep my name private? Seems like enough. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So it seems like not videos on SPs where you're in constant contact. I'll try. Oh, there's not a lot of videos about people that are in contact with their SPs. So I'll try to keep it short. My daughter's father has not been keeping up with our agreement, and now my daughter, who is 10, is noticing. She came to me and said, I'm starting to not care if Dad doesn't call or answer when I call this week. He told her that he was coming. He didn't come. He went out on a date instead, posted it on Instagram that she follows him. My question is, how do I control my anger and hurt? Because it's one thing to screw me over, but you won't do my daughter the same. I am seeing red. Girl, I know this story too well. So I get it. It's frustrating. The first thing that I like that you did is say that you're seeing red. You're being real with yourself. You're being honest. You're saying, this sucks. I hate it. And it's pissing me off. I don't feel good. You're acknowledging how you feel. That is so important. Not hiding and pretending that you're happy, or pretending that you didn't see that, or pretending that you're not watching your daughter get upset. That's real. It's what's really happening in your life right now. So that is the first thing that you want to allow yourself to do, okay? Secondly, yes, it is totally possible for you to get exactly what you want for your daughter and for your SP. So when we are looking at circumstances that are happening in front of us, it's okay for you to say, I don't like this. This totally sucks. But whatever I'm looking at, whatever I'm feeling, because remember, we are not having feelings and then something happens, right? We have thoughts and that produces our emotions. It never goes the other way around. Your thoughts create how you feel. So it's your thoughts and then your feeling, and then you react, whether it's physically or interact with people or whatever. So you're going to think, feel, and then react. All right. So by the time you react to something, it's already dead. It's already thoughts and feelings that you created before. It's an old story playing out. So if you react to the old story playing out, say, it's okay. It's okay that I react to this old story playing out. However, it has nothing to do with what I know I have. It has nothing to do with what I get. I still get exactly what I want, no matter what I'm looking at, no matter what I'm seeing. I've had to do this many, many times. And my personal story too is like, this is years ago when I divorced my ex and we have a son together. I didn't like how he was behaving and how he was treating, whoever he was dating as the priority over my son. And now I'm the one that ended the marriage, not him. So I didn't have the problem with, the other stuff. I just didn't like when my son was not a priority. And so I would get really angry and frustrated and protective. Okay. Now, fast forward a few years after all of that happened. So I understand the reaction and the very protectiveness, right? But I was not aware that I have this power and ability to change things. Now, fast forward a few years later, I am awake and I do have the awareness that whatever I imagine or I focus on is what I manifest. So now that right now, how it is, when I was, not right now, but recently, what I noticed with my ex-husband and my son, I didn't like how he behaved and how he was treating my son with his new wife. I didn't like it and I would get frustrated. And then one day I finally realized, like, what the hell are you doing, Rose? Why do you keep looking at your ex-husband like a monster or like he's bad? Why do you keep saying that? And I was also victimizing my own son, saying, oh, my poor baby, my poor son, even though my baby's 6'5", even though he's a teenager, 19 now, right? I was still looking at him like, poor thing, he's getting the short end of the stick. He's got screwed with like a mean stepmom, and his dad doesn't make him a priority. And then I would coddle him and I would try to make up for him by being extra nice and going out of my way, making him more of a priority. I wasn't doing anyone a favor doing all that. I'm going to tell you right now, I was not doing myself a favor, my son a favor, his dad a favor, his dad's wife a favor. I wasn't doing anyone a favor by holding on to this story. And what I realized is that I was keeping that alive. So I quickly changed, and everything changed too. I made a determined decision that I will no longer see my son as a victim, but that he's loved and adored, and that his dad and his dad's wife are sweet to him and go out of their way to spend time with him, and that they love having him around and they want him around, and that he, my son, also sees his dad and his stepmom as loving, sweet people, and that they get along and they have an amazing relationship. And I now see his dad as a person with a big heart, because he truly does. He has a big heart, and he's kind and generous and prioritizes my son. And his wife does that same thing, and that she helps prioritize my son, and that they're sweet to him, and that they all have a wonderful, healthy relationship now. So I changed the whole story about the entire dynamic with that family and with my son. And how did that benefit me to do that? Well, let me tell you, in a million different ways, it helped me, because I was released from feeling like the only one responsible for my son's happiness or well-being. I was released from feeling like I didn't have help or support for my son, like I had to do it all alone. I was released from all that. So I got the help emotionally, mentally, financially, physically, in every way, by holding them in this loving state, regardless of what I was watching, regardless of the mean conversations, the snipiness, and all of that stuff. Snippiness, snipiness, whatever, snippiness in between them. I actually had the entire situation turned around. And this happened really fast. I'm talking in less than a week, really fast. I remember one night my son coming out to me, and I was watching TV, and he came out to me and he said, "Oh my God." He said, "The most impossible thing I thought that would never, ever happen, ever. He said, happened." And I said, What happened? And he said, his stepmom actually texted him and apologized to him for something. And he said, "Hell froze over, Mom. She's being nice to me, and she's telling my dad that, why are you telling him that he can't come over on the weekends? I want him to come over. He'll have so much fun hanging out with us." And his dad is inviting him and coming into picking him up, instead of my son always having to take hour and a half to a train ride. He's actually getting a ride in, and all the things that I was imagining and I was walking around saying, I'm like, no, he's treated with kindness. They love him. They prioritize him. I was just walking around saying all of these things, and it's been nonstop. They're helping him. They're in his life. They're sweet. They're kind. They're considerate to him. And he enjoys going over there now, just because he just likes it, because he feels it's homey for him. So do you see what relief it gave me that my son is being treated so well? It gave me freedom. It gave me I'm not the only one here doing all the parenting. It released me from all of those icky feelings that I was harboring. So yes, totally possible and fast. But it's you that has to release the old story that you've been holding on to about her dad, and how you're looking at your daughter as a little victim, and that poor thing, she's screwing over, and you feeling like you have to be a lioness and protect your kid from these evil people out there, because there's no one to change but self, meaning there's no one to change but your own story and your own way of looking at everything. So I hope that this was helpful for you. And I am like really perplexed right now as to why I can't see the chat. This is so weird. So weird. But I hope that this video, or this explanation of my personal story, how it changed, because I manifest specific people to change all the time. It's easy for me to manifest specific people to be completely different versions, because once you get that there's no one to change but yourself. And I was walking around saying, I feel so relieved now that his dad is so involved in his life. I feel so good knowing that my son is supported. I feel so good watching my son have, a happy relationship. It feels so good knowing that he's okay. And the funny thing too is, I was talking to a friend one day, and I was telling her about this whole change. And I was telling her, oh my God, I feel so good now that my son and his dad have a great relationship. It keeps getting better. I feel so good that I don't have this responsibility by myself anymore. I feel so good that my son feels supported and wanted. It feels good watching him feel loved. It feels good because it's a different mood that he has. It feels good. And when I was talking to her, I was genuinely just sharing this conversation with her. I wasn't purposely affirming or intending or anything. I was genuinely talking to my friend this way. And in the middle of the conversation, though, I paused and I realized this is what we do all the time, that we are assuming, affirming, intending all the time live, just like I am with you right now. We're doing it when we have conversations with other people. We are speaking in assumptions. We're speaking in affirmations. We are speaking in intentions. We do it all the time. And when I was talking to my friend, I realized what I was doing. I was reinforcing what I want to experience, what I want to feel, because I was telling her how good I feel now that my son has a wonderful relationship with his dad, and that how I feel so relieved that it's not all on me. So I hope this makes sense, because that is so important. We don't have to set a timer on our phone or wake up and meditate for 2 hours, which I can't, you guys, I did all that stuff before. It was like so much work. It was like a part-time job, but you're speaking in affirmations all the time. You are assuming all the time. You don't have to get into the state akin to sleep. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to put a little candle on and dance naked under the full moon, unless you want to. I mean, but you don't have to, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to do any of these things, because you naturally are manifesting every time you just speak out of your mouth, right? The other night I went, here's another example, and I apologize. I don't know what YouTube is doing to me today, but there's no chat. And unless no one's talking, I can't even type. And I have no idea. Let's see if here it is. Hi. Okay. I had to do this weird thing to pop it out. But anyway, now I get to see you guys. But here's the other thing. I went out with a friend the other night. I wanted to share this with you guys on how easy it is to assume and manifest things just by speaking. I speak things in existence really easy. And on my way out to meet with this friend, I just started saying, I'm going to have so much fun with this friend, because I noticed myself kind of like, oh, I don't know if I feel like going. I'm like, I want to just kind of stay home and watch Netflix. Then I was like, no, I'm going to have fun with my friend tonight. It's going to be so much fun. Her and I are going to have a blast. We're going to laugh. We're going to have fun. We're going to have people buy us drinks. Yes, that's what I want. I want to have people buy us drinks. And I was just talking like this to myself out loud. Do you notice I was saying I want? I wasn't saying I intend. I wasn't caught up in the I intend, or it has to, the perfectly stated way. No. I want to have fun with my friend tonight. We're going to have so much fun tonight, right? I want people to buy us drinks. I want to have an amazing dinner. I just want to have I just want to have a lot of fun tonight. Do you see? I was saying I want, and guess what happened? All of it. I had a blast with my friend. I had multiple people buy me drinks. So everything that I wanted, I got. Do you see? And all I was doing is rambling off the whole way over there in an Uber. So I want this. I want this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And I'm going to have fun. I wasn't going to say, because I believe it's done. It's done. I bought the pearl. It happened. It's for sure. It's done. I have enough belief. I wasn't doing any of that. I was just talking normal and talking to myself, really. And I got everything that I wanted. Same thing with what I was talking about with my son. Same thing. So I want you guys to play with that more instead of worrying about the how to manifest. Just do it. Just go ahead and play it out. Do it. Try it. Script it. Write it. Declare it. Affirm it. Stand on your head and do it, right? Play with all of it. Say, why not? It all works, because it does. It all works. All right. Now that I got the little pop out, let's see. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Ellen. Can you see our chat now? Well, now I can. YouTube did something different. See, can't wait for the boot camp. Yay! I am so excited. I love your top. Oh, thank you, Emmy Watts. Oh, trust me, I already knew. I put this top on, and when I was putting it on today, I said, someone's going to comment and say they liked my top. So thank you for being a part of my manifestation, Emmy. Kristen. Hi, Kristen. Glad you're here. Ellen, question. Last week I was doing so well, but for some reason I feel super duper moody and down today. I feel I'm back in square zero again. What can I do? First of all, who cares? Be moody. Let yourself be moody, cranky, sad, frustrated, irritated, icky, whatever. It doesn't matter unless you say it matters. And so you said, I feel like I'm back in square zero again. You are the one declaring that because you got moody, that now you're back to the beginning. So you keep pushing yourself back to starting over again. So then you feel like it's trying and effort and you got to start all over again. What I suggest is that you, instead of saying, I feel I am back in square zero again, you say, I've been moody and I'm down today, but it doesn't matter because nothing ever stops. My manifestation is already done. It's already done. So I can be moody, I can be sad, and I still get exactly what I want. Nothing ever starts over for me. I'm always moving along. So if I have to take a little break and be moody right now, it's okay. I give myself permission to be moody because I still, no matter what, I still get exactly what I want. So you don't have to worry about getting back to the state. You just have to continue persisting on what it is that you want. That's what Neville meant by remaining in the state, is that regardless of what you see, hear, smell, touch, whatever, that includes all those feelings, that you still say, it doesn't matter. I can be cranky. I can PMS. I could catch a cold. I can whatever. Like the other night when I had a few drinks, I was like, okay, so what? I'm having a few drinks, but I have it so programmed in my head now that it doesn't matter what I'm thinking while I have a few drinks because I still get what I want. So I don't make these rules that I have to get back in the state or get back to square one. I don't make up rules. If you haven't watched that video, watch it. There are no freaking rules. We're all making it all up. So make up rules that serve you and keep repeating them to yourself and reminding yourself to keep you laser focused. All right. Let's see. Cassia, hello from Calgary. Oh, I love Calgary and Alberta. All of those beautiful. I have to go. I want to go to Calgary. That's so funny. I'm not surprised I'm seeing this. I've been watching this Netflix show called Heartland. Ah, Emmy. Emmy from Calgary. No, Cassia from Calgary. Have you seen that show? I am binge watching that show. I am obsessed with Calgary because of that show. I have to go horseback riding in Calgary now. Kristen, we take comfort in our stories and the familiar feeling of it when we can have so much better. Totally. It's like, that's what a lot of people do, right? They'd rather stick to what's safe than what's new, right? If like many of you may know like an elderly person and they like their little routines because they feel safe, right? Babies, they like their little routines because they feel safe. When I used to work with young children as a therapist, that's one of the things I would teach parents is that children feel loved by routine because they can expect the same thing. When I worked with school teachers in like kindergarten, first graders, they were like, how do I do this? I don't feel confident having 25, 30 little ones in the classroom. And I said, yeah, it's like herding cats, right? You get a bunch of 6, 7-year-olds in a room and there's one teacher, maybe you have a teacher aide. How do all these kindergarten teachers herd all these little kittens to cooperate and stick with the schedule? Routine. Right? Because when the brain gets in that routine, it feels safe and then it can do other things. But if it gets too far from the routine, the safe, it wants to come back. So it likes holding on to those old stories. Hello, Manifest with Diva Priya. Head boy, I want to marry a girl I don't know from American, Canada, or Britain. she's yours then, man. Just imagine what it's like. Go to the end. It's like already imagine, like, you don't even have to have a face. How does it feel knowing that you're married to the girl that you want, to the American or Canadian or British girl? It's like, you can have it. It's yours. How do you revise an ugly exchange with a close one? What's your reason? What's your outcome? The way that I use revision, and I used to do it different ways, but now this is how I use revision personally, and it works perfectly. I revise my reaction to the person, to the conversation. I revise how I reacted and what I wanted to have happen by hearing them using inner conversations, by listening to them say what I wanted them to say. So I go into the conversation hearing what I want to hear, and then I respond like reaffirming what they said. It's like, yes, thank you. That's exactly what I needed from you. And you will feel an instant shift right there, and boom, done. And that has a new ripple effect coming back into your present. Lynn, it's so nice to hear this. Sometimes I can be way too intense for my own good. Yeah, I know. We got to learn to be kind to ourselves, right? Hi from India. Oh, nice to have you here. Cincy Dark, what is your favorite way to manifest? My favorite way to manifest is probably just saying it, declaring it. I'm like, I want this. I want this. And I'm like, yep, this is what I want. And I'm really like a little stubborn brat, like a little girl, like a little kid. And that's what we are. We're little kids, and we get whatever the hell we want. We just have to put our little foot down. Have you seen little kids throw little tantrums? I want this. I said, I want this. I know that you guys have seen a little kid like this, right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. And Neville calls it impudence, right? That you are, no, I want this. And if something opposite shows up, you're like, I don't care. I said I want this. If you feel icky, you feel sad or doubtful, frustrated, like it's taking too long, whatever, I don't care. I want this, and I will have this. This is mine. I don't care. I want this. I will have this. I want this. This is mine. Do you see? It's like being a little brat. I want this. I want this. So I love to use my imagination to like visualize. I can see things and they happen really fast. And other times I visualize for certain things and it doesn't happen for me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't care. I use the visualization, but I declare most things for myself. That's what really works for me. And then with revision, I use inner conversations, hearing what it is that I needed to hear, because it feels very real to me. So I think that you guys need to learn play with all of them, play with any technique, because they all work. Everything, scripting works, everything works. You just need to learn the one that feels natural to you, like me speaking out loud and say, no, I want this. I have the tendency to talk to myself a lot out loud when I'm alone, or in my mind, right? I have the tendency to purposely remind myself, oh, remember to do this, whatever. We all do it. You just got to become aware, more self-aware. So everything that I teach in my courses and in my programs, it's all about becoming aware, self-aware of you, how you think, how you act, how you behave naturally, because that's going to be how you speed up your manifesting, is by doing you, by being yourself. That's why I say trust in yourself in almost everything that I teach, because being yourself is the key to really being a deliberate manifester, instead of you trying to pretend to be spiritual, or you trying to pretend that you don't have emotions, or to pretend that you're in a state when you're really not. It's like such an exhausting game, guys and girls, that I used to do, and I did it for years, where I tried and pretended to be happy and positive and high vibration and all that, and it's exhausting. Did I get little bits in here and there, things that manifested? Yes. But honestly, by being myself is so much easier, more relaxing, and so much, the pressure's off. So I know I don't have to teach people how to manifest because we're all 100% natural born manifestors, and you're all black belts. You're all master manifestors. You all are top notch manifestors. Don't ever let anyone tell you that someone's better than you and that they have more proof or more manifestations. And bullshit. Everyone has been manifesting their whole entire life. And when you do the deliberate manifestation, that's the only thing that's different. Buddha said before awakening, you chop wood, carry water. After awakening, you chop wood, carry water. What does that mean? That you are the same person before you awake than you are when after you awake. So the only difference is now you know that you're doing this on purpose, and that, or that you can do it on purpose rather. So just play around with being these different techniques and tools and notice which ones work for you. And they all work. Okay. So just by being yourself more, allowing yourself to be yourself instead of you trying so hard. And that's why I kind of stay away from teaching people manifesting techniques or teaching manifesting, because I already know that you know how to do it. So the way that I teach it, I kind of do it covert, where most people don't even know that I'm teaching them this. And I love that because I'm teaching it in a real sneaky way, how I work with one-on-ones in all my programs and courses. I do it in a kind of a sneaky way because I already know how the brain works. And so, but if I directly try to teach you techniques in manifesting, the mind has 100 million questions and doubts. So I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that, because I already know you guys are too damn smart. And so I need to like figure out ways to outsmart your thinking that your brain has all the answers. So that's why I kind of stay away from it. And being yourself is the key. That's what I can tell you. Eddie, what did Neville mean by persistent assumption? Did he mean, sorry, did he mean to persist in the technique or in the feeling? Yes, and persist in like the focus. Sorry, I get a little hairball. I feel like a kitty. Persist in what you want. So if you've ever seen like somebody that's manifesting like money, or they have a goal, a business goal or objective, right? They're taught to, it's like, what's your aim? Where is it that you want to go? Like, what, this quarter do you want to make $200 million? Okay, now they reverse engineer it. That's in 4 months. So in 4 months, we need to have the following done, right? So they're just saying whatever you do, it's going to lead to the 200 million in the end of the quarter, right? So let's strategize. Let's think of ways, formulas, ads, copy, whatever. And that way we're going to get the 200 million. What they don't know is that they can teach each other how to play tic-tac-toe and still get the 200 million. Or they can spend millions of dollars or thousands of dollars in ads, trainings, books, all kinds of stuff, and they'll get the $200 million. But the difference is they think that the reason they got the 200 million is because of everything that they sat down and laid out to do. They didn't realize that no matter what they did, their focus, their claiming it, is the only reason that they got it. Do you see the difference? That's the difference between someone that is not aware and someone that is aware of their power, is the cause. They don't understand that all I got to do is name it and claim it and persist like a stubborn, impudent little child and say, I will have this. I will have it. I don't care what I say. I don't care if it looks impossible. I will have it. I don't care. It's mine. And I don't even have to believe it's mine. I just have to say it's mine. I don't even have to believe it. I just have to say it's mine, because that's how powerful your thoughts, your words, your written word, your imaginal scenes, that's how powerful you are. Hope that answers your question, Eddie. I think I've talked a lot about this today already. RB, yes, they all work. I don't even know which method out of many was behind my successful manifestations. I just know they work. Yeah, that's right, RB. They all work. They all do. Head boy, I didn't delete your comment. I just wrote, I want to marry a girl, no, from American, Canada, or Britain. And then this comment. I didn't. So yeah, all the techniques work. They all do. Headboy, I don't think anyone deleted your comment, the one about marrying a girl in America. She answered, oh, thank you, loving rebel. That's right. I did answer it. Let's see. So yes, all techniques are work. They work. And if you watched one of my recent videos where I talked about Moses parting the Red Sea with my third grade picture, my little analogy pictures. Do you guys, I hope you guys I like to draw and put little movie clips in or music lyrics. I like using things that are in your world that you can relate to learn, because it makes it very tangible for me, and I understand things better with visuals. That's how I am. I like visuals. Other people learn different ways with writing, or there's so many. When you do one-on-one email coaching, these are some of the questions that I ask you so that I know how to speak to you. And because everyone has their own way and they all work. So for me to tell you it's this way or the highway, first, if someone tells you that you have to only do the following one of two methods and that's it because Neville said or Abdullah said or whoever said, it's like, I suggest you just say, oh, just smile and say, okay, and go off and do whatever the hell you want anyway. The only thing that matters is that you get results, right? So who the hell cares how you do it? Some people say there's easier ways to do it, but that's because maybe they've been doing it for 20 years and they have a ton of evidence already. So just do it however you get results. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying. All right. Because I know there's a lot of judgment out there in some communities and people putting others down for asking questions and for wanting to know like the right way. And there's no right way. It's all right. It's all the right way. And the more you are yourself and just the more that you allow yourself to be who you are with feelings and negative thoughts and all of it, and you knowing that no matter what, you're here in a human body. So you're going to feel, you're going to cry, you're going to doubt, you're going to stomp your feet and say, this is taking too freaking long. You're going to do all these things. That's normal. It's totally normal. And your only job is to say, it doesn't matter because that's the human experience I'm here to do. But who I really am says, I trump it all. I trump all of the human experience and I always get what I want. So anyway, Saloni. Also seeing couples break up because of long distance. He hasn't texted me back at all. I'm not sure what to do. Look at this. What you wrote, your story, I hear a lot of excuses. You're making it rules in Saloni in that comment. You're making it rules and you're questioning your own desire instead of just allowing yourself to feel frustrated that what you're seeing right now, you don't like it. Okay. Let me see. I haven't spoken in 3 days. He had a real estate exam. I don't know if I should reach out or last convo was a fight. We've not spoken for so long. If you feel inspired to reach out, then reach out. Why are you stopping? And there are no rules, Saloni. Don't make up rules. If you want to reach out, reach out. If you don't want to reach out, you want him to reach out, then assume he will and twist that story. Of course he's busy. He's studying for a real estate exam. Of course he's thinking about me. He keeps looking at the phone saying, oh yeah, I really want to talk to her, but I know I'm distracted, so I don't want to be disrespectful when I do speak to her, so I'm just going to wait and let her and talk to her when things settle down for me. Do you see how you can create whatever story in your mind you want, or you can create this awful negative story that it's not working? But either way, you're going to manifest a result from that. Lynn, I often feel that I don't have enough faith. So when you say we don't even have to believe, it kind of blows my mind. You don't. You don't have, the reason why you don't even have to believe is because think about it. However old you are, whether you're 18 or you're 80, you've already been manifesting your whole life. And how much belief and faith did you have when all those other things you've manifested before you were aware? You weren't walking around saying, I don't have enough faith, I don't believe. You were just manifesting anyway. So it's just rules that you have to have faith, that you have to believe, right? It's just a bunch of rules that you're creating for yourself, right? You don't even have to believe it's possible. You can believe that it's possible. And I know you can do that. Everyone, all of us can. We know if we didn't even believe that it would be kind of possible to have what we desire, you guys wouldn't even be in this chat talking to me. So I already know that you guys kind of believe, and that's enough. That's enough to even kind of believe that it's possible. That's enough faith. That's enough belief, right? You don't have to have a certainty without a doubt. And I used to believe that, and maybe in some of my older videos, you guys will see me completely change, right? Because I used to believe that you had to have all this knowing and 100% without a doubt. And yes, you have to know it, right? No, you don't. I manifest stuff all the time, and I don't know for a fact that it's going to happen. I hope it happens. Yes, I said hope. Do you see? Even that is a word that it gets thrown into the muck. It's like, no, you can't use that word. Hope is what somebody said. Hope is a turd covered in frosting or something. I don't know. I heard something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I've hoped for a lot of things and they manifest. I don't know without a doubt that they're going to happen. Do you see? I don't subscribe to rules anymore. They're all bullshit. You don't have any rules, you're creating rules. So create rules that work in your favor. And even when you feel like this isn't working, even the thing about no rules and that I don't have to believe, even that feels like it's not real. I can feel that and I still can get exactly what I want. Do you see? I trump everything. All right. Let's see. Ellen, I love how you say all the way is the right way. Always, yes. This reminds me of Alice in Wonderland when the Cheshire cat says, "Always is a queen's ways." Sorry, off topic. Oh no, that is not off topic, Ellen. That is on topic. Thank you for sharing that because anything dealing with any fairy tale stories or anything. Oh, I love it because those stories they're considered fairy tales, but they're not. They're actual real stories. They're even the writers. Think about the people that wrote fairy tales like for Disney or all of these other fairy tales that are not Disney too. Think about the writers who wrote those stories. Where do you think they came up with this stuff, right? They had divine downloads and they also had beliefs that these things were possible. So every fairy tale or princess story, whatever, tells you like all things are possible. To believe in the impossible, right? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not real. So I love that. I love that. Always is the queen's ways. That's right. And you're the queen. I'm the queen. You're the queen. You're the king, right? Claim it. Emmy, I love saying I want to. I imagine an inner genie just waiting for direction. I hated all the rules and obligations. I observe how I feel when I do the technique and follow what feels best. Yeah. And I always say follow the nudge. Follow your nudge. Follow the nudge. I've actually made a hashtag of that in my Facebook group now because it's so true. It's like follow the nudge, the inspiration, right? That's the divine, what do they call it? Inspiration, inspired action. That's what I was thinking, right? I just call it follow the nudge. It's like, oh, I want to go do this. I want to call somebody. I want to do. I just do it. I don't question. I don't say like, oh my God, is it going to screw up my manifestation? Well, boom, I just declared it that it will. Instead of actually just following the nudge or the inspiration to go do something, I'm over here questioning it and declaring that it's going to ruin it. Stop questioning your nudges. Just go for it. And trust yourself more. Trust in you that you're doing the right thing no matter what. You can't screw it up. Let's see. Okay. Anthony, do you feel like it's possible to simply think positive all day to manifest, or do you think you have to get into a sleepy state? How do you speak to yourself throughout the day? No, you do not have to get into a sleepy state unless you said so. If you believe that you have to be in a sleepy state to manifest, then the answer is yes, because you're the one calling the roles and the shots in your life. All right. If you think positive all day, you're probably going to feel positive, but it doesn't mean that you're going to manifest a specific thing that you're wanting. It doesn't mean it. So you're wanting to imagine specifically, purposely, the end result on the thing that you want. You can go general and see what happens, because you'll get some cool stuff. Like I have little techniques that I make up, like, yes, right? I don't know what the hell's going to happen with that one. And I just know it's like Christmas every day. And I get something cool happens where I end up finding myself going, yes, right? So you can do that, but you do not have to be in a sleepy state, and you do not have to think positive all day long. I don't got time for that. Sometimes I'm like annoyed, and sometimes I get irritated with things or thoughts or people or whatever. I'll get irritated or annoyed with some stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm a human being. I cannot think positive all day, because that is called freaking psycho crazy. No one is positive 24 hours of the day. All right. No one. Even the people that say that they are, I guarantee you, they've sat on my therapy couch and they told me how they really felt at night when they go to sleep. So there's that. And there's thousands of those that I can honestly say that I've experienced. Let's see. How do you speak to yourself throughout the day? However I want to. I'll declare what I want. I'm like, yep, this is what I want to do. I'm like, okay, girl, what do you want to do next? Or I'll go within and I'll say, all right, show me my next step. Show me my next step in regards to my business. Show me my next step in regards to my relationships. Show me my next step. And I'll just keep going throughout the day. And I'm like, damn, like, all right, ooh, I like that affirmation. Let me try that technique out. But I'm also living my life. I'm cleaning, I'm working, I'm hanging out, I'm watching shows, I'm listening to music, I'm dancing, I'm doing all kinds of things, but I'm always walking around with the assumption that everything's working out for me and that I don't have to stress and worry about everything. I hope that helps, Anthony. Saloni, I don't want to reach out, want him to, and I've been assuming that he will, but I know his exam is over, so I'm wondering, and he didn't reply to my last text. Well, there you go. That's why. Because you declared, Saloni, that he does not reply to your text and that he's too busy. Change the story. Kezi, how do I feel that I'm powerful? Was having the victim mindset for years, and I no longer want to feel powerlessness. Kezi, if you're not in my Facebook group, Wake the Hell Up Sleeping Beauty, I suggest that you go over there. And I have a free 5-day boot camp that I announced at the beginning of this video. And it starts May 23rd. It's free, 5 days. It's called All Hail the Queen. Oh, yeah. Kezi, go over to Facebook. You'll see. It's going to help you with that victim mindset. Kick that thing to the curb. All right. It's okay that you're in that mindset right now. It's okay. Accept it. Say, this sucks. I don't like it. I don't want it. And the fact that you're just saying, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to feel that is your higher being and within saying, you're not this little tiny breadcrumb. You are meant for greatness, right? That's the desire coming out of you. And because you've already started seeking it, it's about to happen. So just keep on. It's like, I know I'm powerful. I know I can have whatever I want. I know I'm meant for greatness. I know that so you start claiming what it is that you do want instead of what is happening. And things can shift really fast. Okay. Let's see. Nita, can you speak on dwelling places and how many can you have? Nita, can you be more specific, because I'm not really sure what your question is. SK, he told me that he could never trust me again, and I isolated his trust. Can I manifest? Yes. The answer is yes, you can. Doesn't matter what he says, what's happening, what you're seeing, what you did, what you said, what he did. It doesn't matter because there's only right now. There's only right now, 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 now. Now what do you want? Now what do you want? Do you see? If you look at the past and what was done, you're going to stay in the past forever. But if you look at what you want right now, moving forward, this is what I want. Oh, guess what? Now we trust each other. I was watching my show on Heartland. I love that show. There's so many cute little tidbits in that show. But one of the cowboys in the show says, he was giving advice to his friend on the show. He says, it's as easy to make up as it is to break up. And I'm all, that's cute. I like that. It's just a little saying. That's an assumption. Got it? It's as easy to make up as it is to break up. So who cares if it broke up and he lost his trust? It's as easy to make up too. Do you see how that creates an assumption? So change the assumption around. P.S. Hey, struggling to surrender. What does it feel like? Struggling to surrender. So don't surrender. Admit that you can't surrender. Say, this sucks. I can't surrender. Oh, well, this sucks. Oh, well, I created a rule that I had to surrender. This was a stupid rule. This was before that I realized that I was creating all the rules. Oh, well, I can't surrender, but I still get what I want no matter what. Even with a dumb rule that I created for myself that I have to surrender. Oh, well, I can't. Now what? I can still get what I want and feel like I can't surrender. Another rule, but one that works in your favor. What would your suggestion be? Worrying about long distance. I don't have money to go. Saloni, you are making up a lot of rules. And what I would invite you to do is to decide what it is that you want. Get clear on what you want, because you keep telling me about what you don't have, what's impossible, what's happening. And I still don't know what it is that you actually want. So you keep telling me what you can't do, what you're not able to do, instead of what you want. You got to drop all the old story. You got to drop the old beliefs, the old conversations, the old way of thinking, and turn your head and look at what you want. Okay? Nadia, oh yay, you're still here. I am. Oh my God, I gotta go too. Loving Rebel, Celine, you said you assuming he's ghosting you, girl. You got to change the story. Yes, thank you, Loving Rebel. Nadia, any advice on manifesting a large amount of money in a short time or to get a house in less than a week? Is it that you want the house or you want the large amount? You think that you need the money to get the house? Because if that's the case, don't bother. Just go to the end, meaning what it is that you're wanting. Yes, you can manifest a place to live instantly, right? So don't make this complicated, though. You don't need the mass of money to get the place to live, all right? Now, you can end up manifesting like a bridge, right, where you manifest a place to live that's not your ideal, but that might be just a stepping stone to get you to the actual place that you want to be. So focus on the end, what it is that you want. If you had the money, that means you get the place, right? So go to the place. What is it that what is the deeper desire? The desire is to have a place to live. And yes, it is totally possible. When I tell you, it's all totally possible. Things can change in an instant. In an instant. You don't know. Your desire is already out there for delivery because you've already placed the order. And the way that you place the order is by you had the desire. So all you have to do is now declare that I have a place to live. Thank you. I know I have a place to live. I don't know how the hell this is going to happen. I don't know how this is going to happen in a time crunch. I have no idea when this is going to happen. This is kind of scary. It's making me nervous. I have a week. oh my God, you go ahead and let yourself feel scared and nervous. Say, I don't know how the hell this is even possible. I don't know how this whole thing is working. But what I do know is all I have to say is, this is mine, provide it for me. Bingo, that's it. And persist in that and let yourself freak out, let yourself be scared and say, I don't care, but because I know that no matter what, I am provided for and I will get what I want. Okay. All right. There's no perfect affirmation, Saloni. It's more about what you keep telling yourself. It's not about the affirmation. All right. What are you telling yourself all the time? What are you limiting yourself with all the time? My last couple of videos about creating rules, Saloni, I suggest that you watch it and study it, because everything that comes out of your mouth is an affirmation. All of our thoughts, everything. So does it mean be afraid of your thoughts and your words? No. Just choose what you do want to think, because if whatever we're thinking and saying is manifesting, right? Why not start throwing stuff in there that we want to see and experience? But what we do is we'll say it and then we go back to the old story right away and say, oh, but. So anything that comes after the word but, Saloni, that is what you need to cut off. All right. Okay, my loves, this was so much fun. Thank you for being here and for your wonderful questions. And don't forget, 5-day free boot camp. Go to Wake the Hell Up Sleeping Beauty in Facebook, and all the details and announcements for that. The boot camp starts Sunday, May 23rd with a pre-party, and I am giving away 5 prizes, 1 each day, and all the rules on how you can do that are going to be posted in the Facebook group. So go ahead and get signed up. Share this information with your friends so that you have more friends coming in and they get an opportunity to do this as well. All right, so I love you guys. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.